Hi loves, welcome back. I'm Rihanna and today we're doing a full day of eating vacation holistic lazy girl style. For more holistic lifestyle and tip videos, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you'd like, share this video with a friend, turn on notifications, and leave a comment and let me know any feedback you have. Thank you. Good morning everyone, today is going to be amazing. I'm so excited and I'm hungry, so let's get started. I like to start all my mornings off with a big glass of filtered water. Back at home I use my Berkey filtering system, but I'm not too picky, this will do. And today I added some echinacea and elderberry tea by the brand Puka, which is organic and clean and it tastes so good. I highly recommend this brand. And make sure if you do decide to start your mornings off with tea that you avoid green tea or any tea with tannins or caffeine, because that will upset your stomach. Here I am just looking for a lemon and a plate. I don't always start my mornings off with tea, but I always start with lemon water if I can. Lemon is extremely hydrating and it just really wakes up my digestive system. I truly feel energized on a cellular level when I start my days with lemon water. And a lot of people use a citrus squeezer. I just use my hands and I try to remove as many seeds as I can first. Now we drink up. Yes, I will be finishing this entire bottle of water before I move on to anything else in my day. It might seem like a lot of water, but I've really trained myself to really get hydrated first thing in the morning so that it's one less thing that I have to worry about, and I truly feel so good.
A few moments later.
75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated, and dehydration has so many symptoms that often go diagnosed for something so much more serious than they should be. So make sure you're really drinking your water first thing. And definitely do not start with coffee.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Almost there. And we're good. Then we're going to squeeze the other half of our lemon into the empty bottle just to prep some water for later. After I just drink all that, I'll be good for a while, but I like to have some refreshing, delicious water on hand. So we're going to really give that tea bag some time to settle and absorb, so it's going to taste so good when we are thirsty again. Now I'm taking my morning Adrenal Health Daily Support by Gaia Herbs. I take this in the morning and I take it in the evening, and I've really noticed an amazing effect on my stress and just nervous system health overall. Now for my favorite part of the morning, this 𝐇𝐨𝐿 roasted herbal tea, and it tastes just like coffee but very clean ingredients, and it is not caffeinated. And I love that it's organic, and guys, this tastes just like coffee. This is what has really helped me give up coffee for 3 months, which is something that I never thought I'd be able to do. I love that it's easy and I don't have to run it through any plastics. I just run the water for the Keurig right through without the K-cup. Then I cover it with a plate and let it steep for a bit to really soak in the flavor. And for breakfast, we're having this big, juicy, delicious papaya. Fruit in the morning is so hydrating and healing, and it just energizes your body on a different level. I cut my papaya in half, and look at how beautiful it is. And then I remove the seeds. And guys, if you have digestive issues, papaya has an enzyme called papain, which is really good for digestion. Yum! And now our coffee is ready to go too. I add some organic almond milk. A little too much there. And our breakfast is ready to go. But before I eat, I prep some potatoes so that way I know when I get hungry later, I'll have something nutritious and delicious to look forward to. And they're so filling. So what I do is I take a pot, I cut my potatoes in half if they're too big, and then I fill the pot with water almost to the top but not completely. Put it on the stove, cover it, and then put it on about medium-high heat. And that's it. We let it sit and we enjoy our breakfast with a beautiful view and some fresh air. I like to eat all of my meals very mindfully, so I don't scroll or watch TV or anything like that. Sometimes I talk on the phone, like right now I'm talking to my boyfriend. We haven't talked much, so I decided to give him a little call, and here's a glimpse of our conversation.
Good luck.
For what?
For filming.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I don't even want to do shoots, I just want to film videos right now.
I know, right? He's gonna be the next YouTube star, I promise, let me tell you. But anyways, here I am enjoying my breakfast. As you can see, I eat pretty slow. Yes, for a lot of people it might seem like a waste of time or a loss of productivity, but to me it's definitely not. It's a way of life. It's a way of practicing mindfulness, and if I can start my day with a mindful meal, then I'm setting myself up for a life of mindfulness. And not only that, but I used to suffer with severe digestive problems, including bloating, acid reflux, and IBS. And when I started eating my meals without distractions and more slowly and really chewing and tasting my food, these symptoms were healed tremendously. And I really like to take this time to also be grateful for all of the people and for Mother Earth for bringing this food to my plate for me to enjoy. And I just wanted to show you guys how I absolutely murder my papayas. Alright, we finished breakfast. It's been 26 minutes and we're gonna check on our potatoes. You want to poke it with a fork or knife, and if it's a little bit hard, which you can see that these potatoes still are, then you know that they're not ready. I'm going to fill a little bit more water in here too, because we don't want all the water to evaporate. Cover it again and reduce the temperature to medium.
20 minutes later.
Alright, 44 minutes in. Let's check our potatoes again. They're looking nice and soft. Let's see. If it cuts right through very easily, then you know they are ready to go. Now I just set those aside for a bit, and if they're really wet, you can soak them in a towel. Now for a quick 30-minute workout. On vacations, I prefer to be active outside, but it's been chilly in Florida. You can screenshot the next clip and find the workout in the description. After that, I definitely worked up an appetite, so now let's eat. I'm gonna eat one of the potatoes, and I just want to say, usually I make jumbo sweet potatoes and I prefer the yellow white kinds, but this was all that they had, so this is what we're gonna eat today. Mash it up. And then I take some organic spring mix. Always need our leafy greens. And I like to fill my plate with as much leafy greens as can possibly fit. And almost every time that I eat cooked food, I like to mix it with some sort of raw food, even if it's just a couple leaves, just because it makes me feel, I guess, more living and alive and energized, because it's living raw food. Now I always like to eat my potatoes with mustard, and then I like some sort of fat. So this is the 𝐻𝐸 everything cream cheese, which tastes so good. It is amazing. Sometimes I'll do avocado or olives. I don't do oil, But yeah, I wanted to get something cheesy today, so sorry this plate doesn't look too pretty, but I promise the combination is fire. And then I take some herbs, and we're using some sea salt here, some Italian herb blend, some pepper, and some garlic. And usually I use organic herbs, but this is all we had in Florida, and I think it's really important to be versatile, and obviously we want to eat organic as often as possible, but we're human and we can't always be perfect in life, so you make the best with what you have. Seasonings add so many antioxidants and so much nutrients to our food. Even just a little bit of black pepper has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, so try to use herbs and spices on your food as often as you can. And not only that, but you'll start to notice that it makes it truly so much more flavorful, and your taste buds will start to notice as they change. And I always dress my leafy greens and my salads with lemon juice. And the vitamin C in the lemon juice helps to make the iron in the leafy greens more bioavailable. Lots of lemon for me. And this is what it looks like: potato, mustard, some dairy-free cheese, and some leafy greens. And it's delicious, let me tell you. I went back and got some more because I was so hungry, and it tastes so good. Now I'm washing some strawberries to bring with me on the boat, and I didn't have any cleaner, so I just used some vinegar to rinse them off really good. And on the boat, I'm bringing the exact same thing, but I threw in some cherry tomatoes and used avocado instead of cheese. And then I'll bring this, it's my favorite bamboo utensil kit, to eat on the boat too. For a refreshing drink, I'm drinking a San Pellegrino without any flavors, so that way I know that there's no natural or artificial flavors in the drink. A lot of people think that it's so much work and energy to bring your own food, but as you could see, it was so easy for me to meal prep and throw this together, and it's really filling, and I feel so good and energized throughout the day eating this. I never have to worry about going hungry or having to rely on something like pizza to eat. Here's half a banana I convinced my little sister to share with me. Yum! This boat adventure was so much fun, and I just felt so lucky and so happy to be getting to spend time with family under the sun and on the water, which just does something for my soul. And lately I've been on a kombucha craze. This is the Synergy brand, which doesn't have any added sugar, and it's organic and raw, and it's so delicious. Now we are back at the condo, and it's time for dinner. So I'm making a giant stir fry with green peas, broccoli, and cauliflower. And as you can see, I'm just throwing it into a jumbo pan, no oil at all. And I literally just tossed it on there, put the cover on, cooked it on medium heat, let it sit for a bit, and we're gonna give it a good stir. You just check on this every few minutes. It is so simple to make, it's almost too good to be true. Let's make sure to stir it a bit. And then if you start to see that it's really sticking to the pan and getting a little bit brown and smoky, then you want to add a little bit of water. And again, this is something that you use when you're not cooking with oil. It steamed up the room a bit, but I promise it's all good. And a lot of people think that you wouldn't be full from eating just vegetables, but this here has about 400 calories because it's a whole bag of green peas, which is very calorie and protein dense. All done. And the same spices we used earlier, we're gonna top on here. Stir it up, and bon appetit. But of course, I always like to add some flair. Olives, hot sauce, and I'm using the 𝐸𝐴𝐻 traditional hot sauce here, which is so delicious, and the ingredients are straight fire. And then I added an avocado. This meal was so filling and comforting and absolutely delicious. And for dessert, I'm having this Heavenly Organics, but oops, I already ate it before I could film it because it was so delicious. And look at these ingredients, only 3. It is all organic, 100% dark chocolate, raw honey, and then peppermint oil. And these taste like pure heaven. No, keep it coming. That's what I did too. And then my little sister and I shared some of this hazelnut cacao spread made by my beautiful friend Rua, owner of Planthropy, a plant-based dessert and cheese bar. And guys, not a day goes by where I don't eat dessert. Every single night I finish with dessert. And then I finished with 2 little organic Gala apples as a night snack. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this little glimpse into what I eat in a day video. And I just want to say that I've been on this plant-based journey for 7 years now, and so you might just now be getting into a plant-based or just a cleaner lifestyle, and I just want to say that it's super progressive, and I didn't start eating this clean overnight. It's definitely been a journey. But I wouldn't trade it for the whole entire world. My body, mind, and soul have never felt so alive, and I feel better than I did even 10 years ago. And I just also want to point out that to go plant-based or to be healthier, you do not have to eat like me or anyone else that you see, any other influencer or any sort of diet plan. Just simply start eating more whole foods that came in their natural form, grown from the earth, and simply doing your best, because your best is the best and it is beautiful and enough. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching my journey and for also making a conscious effort towards your journey. I am always here to support you, so feel free to reach out with a message, a question, or just share a personal story about your journey. I would love to hear it. I would love to meet you and connect, and I really appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out and it makes me even more encouraged to make more videos. So I hope you enjoyed and have a beautiful rest of your day.